Oh boy. Oh boy. So, the next thing which we have to do is looking for Siforian. We have to talk to Greybor. Probably we can also talk to Woljif, I guess. So, just, of course, I think it fits together nicely. Let's find a portal. Where's the next portal? Let's take that one. Let's have a talk, let's have a long rest, and then let's go to the lower city. Kinda doing it from the top down right now. Nexus. Oh well. So, now I have to remember where the people are, but I think...
Here we go.
I think Greybor is inside, and I think Woljif too. We will see. Hey, they are standing here together. Woljif gives you a friendly wave. Hey Chief, wanna talk? Do you want to talk to me about what happened at Ickfell's mansion? You mean about how I turned down an amazing magical power because of you? I'm kidding. I rejected it of my own free will. You know, Chief, I've never met anyone like you. I should be laughing at myself and you the same way we worked everything out. But I don't want to. What would I do in the Abyss? I just keep hanging out with scumbags and traitors, thinking that I'm one of them. And with you I've been places, seen things, good and bad things, and things I've never even thought about before. You make me believe in stuff, you know? Things like loyalty, trust and compassion. Things I always thought were a load of crap. And I mean, I still think it's crap, really. Woljif looks off into the distance, and his voice takes on a soft, almost reverent tone. But when I'm with you, Chief, it feels real. Yeah. Okay, then a talk with Greybor. Perhaps I should thank you for your help. You assisted me in dealing with all of your schemes, even though you didn't need to do so. I'm grateful for that. Your reputation has been restored. How do you feel? There's a spark of amusement in the dwarf's eyes. I feel at peace. Now people will think twice before attempting to ruin my good name. I'm grateful my companions didn't leave me to deal with this by myself, even though they had every right to do so. So, while I'm used to working alone, I appreciate a team I can trust. It's good to have someone who's got my back. I kind of want to say something about working together, but I don't have the option. Let's say I see. Greybor nods respectfully and turns his attention once more to his pipe. If I may ask, do you regret that I kept you from joining Joss and his Assassin's Guild? Dwarves gives an impassive shrug. It was a good opportunity for me, but you had the right to stop me. You exercised that right, and I had to fulfill my obligations. Whatever feelings I may or may not have about the situation remain entirely my own business. And all the friendliness is gone. So, are you really willing to work with demons and follow their orders? With a heavy sigh, the dwarf looks you straight in the eye. Is there really much of a difference between me and them? They are a product of the worst parts of our mortal souls. They are sin incarnate. Many say the same thing about me. I was never a coward, so I'm able to admit that my soul is black and evil. I murder others for money, and I will never become a respectable member of the society, a friend, or a father. But I'm tired of asking for forgiveness for what I am. Here, I will not be judged for my profession. Greybor clenches his fist and mutters through gritted teeth. I'm not the freak or monster they think me back on Golarion. How dare they hire me to murder their enemies and then despise me for my profession? They treat me differently in the Abyss. The demons respect my skills. They will treat me as a professional, not a criminal or a blackguard. It's strange to say that, but I don't feel out of place here. I would very much disagree on that. Not only because Logan is a very good character, I would disagree on that, but like the whole deal about lawfulness and honor and like a code doesn't fit the Abyss at all. And I also think that Greybor has good aspects to him. Like, he's not incredibly evil or something. But I can't say that. So, in the end, we killed villagers for no reason. Dwarf smokes cynically. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Was he to blame for the damage to my reputation? No. Was he an utterly disgusting creature whose face practically begged me to sink an axe into it? Did he try to kill us in his own manner? Were the creatures we encountered in said manner the most atrocious and perverted things I've ever met? The answer to all these questions is yes. I don't think anyone is going to cry themselves to sleep over his death, and neither should we. Agreed on that. But I mean, like how he describes it, it's not evil. And I mean, looking into his profile, I think he was like lawful neutral, which seems kind of fitting. He's not a good character, but he also doesn't seem like an evil or twisted character. And definitely not like the Abyss. Given that we just massacred everyone, it is unlikely that you will become a member of this assassinations guild. Greybor chuckles as he fills his pipe with a fragrant tobacco from Garund. Yes, that was a good fight. I do have to confess, I'm somewhat sorry that I missed my chance to join the most skilled and elite professionals of my craft, but it is safe to say that the guild's prestige is practically ruined after we bathed everyone in their own blood. Suffice it to say, I think joining it now would be a significant blow to my reputation. Her smile is genuine, and it's clear he has no regrets about his choice. Which is kind of a very different statement than the one before. Anyway. I know he won't like it, but it's definitely something Logan would ask. Have you ever thought about quitting the business? Haha. And become what? A farmer? A butler? Or maybe an innkeeper? One of those who tell tales about their adventurous youth to drunk patrons? My soul is that of a wanderer and a killer. My art is my only source of pride, and abandoning it will make me useless in my own eyes. Believe me, I already tried to settle down and find an honest job, and nothing good came from it. I will quit my profession only when I'm judged by Pharasma herself. So when he dies, oh boy. You've been a good employer, Commander. I'm glad I made this contract with you. Anyway. What's interesting, I don't think we got a quest for Regill. Right? In this act. Anyway, let's go to the lower city. Let's rest first. I think we deserve that.
Keep 'em peeled, Paladin. Round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. No trick, no magic, just nimble fingers. Watch closely now. We don't want no hard feelings later. 1, 2, one more time, and hey, presto! Well, which cup is the pee under?
Seriously? Out of everybody in the party, you picked me? I learned the cups and balls trick before I could talk, you little punk. Now sit down and let Sister Seelah show you how it's done.
I think they really have a cool dynamic. Alright. Back to the Shinira, I guess. And maybe another quick save. Never can hurt. Do I want Greybor to stick around? No, I think I will take Lann. Alright. Let's quickly level up Lann, so we have the full power. Okay, we should talk to this, I just wanted to say slavers, to the beggars. Small difference. I think they were around here, weren't they? Oh, they're everywhere. The beggar raises his eyes to you, his gaze clouded by dull anger. What you want? How can I find Sarkorian?
Who? Who's that? Never heard of anyone by that name. And if anyone has heard of him, they won't be telling you anyway. You might find a beggar in the lower city who would be willing to chat with you. But before you find him, you'll have worn through those nice boots of yours. That's one good pair of boots. Be a shame if you ruined them. How about you just give them to me instead? Heh.
Maybe a small donation would jog your money.
You know what? Better be on your way. I don't need no money and no shady deals with you. I don't want to know who you're looking for.
I just told you who I was looking for.
Yeah, get lost. Look for the stuff, for that creep you're looking for, or someone else. If you want him that bad, ask around. Maybe someone saw him, but leave me alone. Can't back with you hanging around.
Okay. Let's look for more slaves. Beggars. Why am I messing those up? Slave, beggar. What do you want? We can't take your enemy for 100 coins. Interested? I don't know anything. Leave me alone. How do I get here? Okay, I somehow need to get down here. And then I can get up there. Let's see if we find any beggars in the way. Beggar!
What do you want?
Come on. Beggar?
Mister, toss this poor beggar a coin.
Toss a coin to your beggar. I love this song.
Is that treasure?
I hate it. Look at the screen. Do you see anything highlighted? I have no idea what I just saw. This up here. Naturally. Damn.
Is that a trap?
But I mean, most beggars now don't talk at all. How do I find the right one? I mean, so far I've no idea where to look.
Can't make the demons wait.
Do you see that window moving? And why does it keep moving? Can I go up now? Yes. Weird. Oh, great.
Why is it so cold here? I want to go home, to the plane of fire, without any flames around. I feel so cranky, I want to kill someone. Perhaps if I kill you and bathe in your hot blood, it'll warm me up.
I thought it was too hot for you.
First come, first served.
And there's literally...
I will
I
bring
don't
down
care.
the divine wrath.
Sneak attack.
You see that?
Okay. Feeling better?
Beautiful.
Let's have a look at the quest. And someone among the beggars who has information about Sarkorian. You know, I really love quest markers or something like that. But I mean, we know it's in the lower city, so that at least kinda means we don't have to look everywhere. Move up. So I've looked now here. Maybe let's try this area. And just click at every beggar we find. Ooh, here are lots of beggars. Click, click, click. Disappointing. Ah! This one. The beggar unleashes a stream of angry curses. Look at this stupid Golarion struggling around and pestering everyone with his stupid questions. Can't even beg for alms in peace. What do you want? Are you doing this for laughs? There's no beggar in the lower city you haven't to arrest. What was it you wanted again? Come on, ask away, and then piss off. Have you heard of Sarkorian? Well, maybe there was a fella with such a name. Or maybe there wasn't. I don't know, the others don't know either. What's your problem with us? Guards around the middle city. You can't even search for him in Chimera's dark hole, for all I care. Just leave us alone. So, do you know where I can find Sarkorian? Yes or no? I don't know. No one else knows either. Just leave us alone. Go ask the man in charge. Maybe he knows where this Sarkorian of yours is. If he doesn't, then no one does. As soon as you see our gang, start asking around. Our boss never walks by himself. He always has a crowd with him. Right, go away. Go far away, please. And stop pestering us, would you? Charming. But now I don't know where he's supposed to be. Can you tell me about him? Can't even talk with him again. But it was just go to the man in charge. How should I know where he is?
I can handle it.
I now have to talk with every beggar again? I mean, we don't even have a name. The man in charge. Great. Ah. The dead eye of the beggars watch you closely. They hold out their hands and repeat with well-practiced enthusiasm. Spare a coin, stranger? Be careful with them. These beggars are different from the ones on Golarion. They were rejected even by the Society of the Abyss. Just imagine what type of person you must be if even demons don't want to deal with you. They are not as helpless as they may seem, and their leader is untouchable. They say even the Lady in Shadow sometimes seeks his counsel, and some say that it is Elushinira herself who has assumed the form of an ordinary demon in order to communicate with those who inhabit her.
I wonder why they beg for coins. What do they want to buy? Actually, no. I don't want to know. If I find out, I'm sure I will be upset, or angry, or disgusted.
Who among you wishes to earn some gold? Whoever takes me to Sarkorian will be richly rewarded. The words magically draw an entire crowd of beggars to you. Their eyes light up as they thrust out their dirty palms. A whisper runs through the crowd. Hey, deep pockets. Care to share some gold? Gimme, gimme, gimme. You definitely managed to draw the vagrants' attention, but they do not appear to be in a hurry to share any useful information with you. So Logan tries to study the reactions on the beggars' faces. One of the beggars draws your attention. Despite the pitiful rags covering his scabbed body, he holds himself a little more erect than the others, and a dirty but obviously expensive ring sparkles on his hand. Unlike the others, he looks at you without interest or greed, but with arrogant indifference. The leader of the beggars realizes you have figured him out, but he continues to examine you with an indifferent look. His tightly pressed lips indicate he will not simply give you the information you seek. Oh, I like that. I like the last one. Woljif goes and shakes the beggar's hand and sees his ring. I can tell you in chat. I can tell you in chat here. And if you want your ring back, tell me where I can find Sarkorian. Nice, it worked. Instantly turning pale as the ghost, the beggar falls at your feet and meekly mumbles. That ring is a sign of my superiority. It gives me authority as the vice-regent of cruel fate and the shepherd of these poor creatures. I beg you, return it to me before they tear me apart, and I'll tell you everything I know. Glancing up at you, the demon somehow makes you feel paralyzed for an instant. The ring disappears from your hand. The beggar leader regains his composure and gives an imperious nod. The deal is sealed. The beggar leader picks at his ear with his knobby, dirty-nailed finger, then says, Filthy pile of garbage once named Sarkorian begs at the entrance to the battle bliss to the gladiator arena. That's where you'll find him. That was easy enough. Now I just need to go up here. I think I could just climb up here, right? Let's try it. Athletics. I still think that the Bad Luck Tavern's board here kind of looks with the lighting a bit like a cyberpunk setting. In the Abyss, there are neon lights. So... Slave, 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 commoner, beggar, a tiefling. Doesn't react though. That's odd. Is there more than one?
Can't make the demons wait.
Ah, probably you. The one who looks like a greater demon. Who we can't see because of a dinosaur. The vagrant is repulsive, even by the standards of the Abyss. His lumpy, scarred face makes you think he was put through a meat grinder, then shaped back into semblance of his former body and left to live out his life. His tall and once impressive figure has been shattered. His arms are covered in the protruding lumps of unset bones that were left to heal improperly. The beggar is clad in many layers of dirty, smelly rags, into which hundreds of keys are sewn. From tiny toybox keys to a giant cast iron key that bows the demon's neck almost to the ground. So you're looking for Sarkorian? He's wrong, Dad. That doesn't seem to be stopping you. Well, so what do you want with the dead man? Sarkorian, the master of lies and trickery. I remember fighting him. Getting back into the head of the inheritor. Proud voice. So, what do you know about Nehindrian crystals? Ah, there's a tale told in Lucian era. A tale about crystals that grant immense power. But what exactly are they? And from where do they draw this power? No one seems to know. I've seen something like it only once before. I found the first crystal on the Isle of Besklar, and it seems useless to me. It contained a great deal of power, but it was no use whatsoever. I meant to give it to my patron, as he would have found a way to use it, but I never had the chance. Some feeble mortal managed to steal the crystal from me. He locked himself in a tower, examined the crystal, studied it, and managed to find some use for it. But he was under Nocticular's protection, so I never tried to hunt him down. So, her alchemist? Probably? The one who tried to kill us once? The demon grins unpleasantly. I bet you're thinking I'm just going to tell you the name you seek and then you can rush off to have a chat with that mage. Not a chance. The mage wasn't a demon. He was a mortal who served Nocticular's arcane needs back in the day. Kicked the bucket long ago. All that's left of him is in the tower in the upper city, locked and protected by magic. Many have tried to get inside in the hopes of stealing something of value, but their remains rotted long ago. No use talking about them now. But you're curious now. Like to have a poke around in the tower, would you? Perhaps you can find something of use in there, yes? Staying hydrated. Sarkorian gives you a mocking grin, then sighs and takes a single key from his racks. handing it to you with a sweeping gesture. Take it, while I'm still feeling generous. This will open the way into the tower. When I ruled Alushanira, I made sure I had a key for every hideout and tuck away nook in the city. You never know when they might come in handy. Here, take this and get lost. No one will throw me a coin with you hanging about. That was very helpful. Suspicious. And we can even say that. Ah, and with the Ian mythic power, or mythic path, you could say your words are those of a criminal who is acting against his very nature, but you don't look guilty, and this means there's a trap waiting for me in the tower. You're giving me the key, just like that. With a philosophic shrug, the demon answers, yeah, why not? I don't need it, and I don't need anything from you, except for you to leave me alone. Now, go on, get lost. Let's take a closer look at this surprisingly selfless demon. Something spiteful and vicious lurks in the depths of this beggar's eyes. He looks like a predator waiting in an ambush, or rather, a scavenger waiting impatiently for his prey's agony to finally end so he can enjoy his meal. Whatever his motives, this demon obviously does not wish you well, and is already counting down the minutes to your imminent demise. I remember I've heard of this place. It's a tower, supposedly filled with treasures left there after the death of an ancient mage. But no one could prove there is any truth to these rumors, because not one of the daring adventurers who managed to get in ever returned. The place is a death trap. The foreigner is probably just toying with us. He's pretending to be helpful, only to send us to certain death. You're lying to me. You're trying to lure me into a trap. The demon's ugly maw roars into a malicious grin. You'll probably die there. Or maybe you won't, and you'll find out what Chimera wants. It was Chimera who sent you, right? She was the one who turned me into Nocticulus back in the day. Now she wants me to topple her mistress and take her place, just as I once tried. That's what she wants with those crappy crystals so much. Ah, so be it. Whoever loses this fight, I be the winner and I savor the outcome. You, Chimera, Nocticula, may you all drop dead, tear out each other's throats, and strangle each other with your own intestines. You're all scum, and I piss on your corpses as they float by on an ocean of your blood. Yeah, I mean, why does he think we won't just kill him for that? How about you just share your knowledge with me? I know a lot about Illusionera, about its current ruler too. Trust me, staying in power in this city wasn't easy. What would you like to know? Yeah. Ah, interesting. We can now have a conversation with Lann Arueshalae. Get inside the mage's tower in the upper city. Well, certain death. I think that's our next quest. But first, let's go to the Nexus and talk with our companions.